Hey there. So I talk to so many people who say that they either are overwhelmed with the whole online business thing, or they don't know where to start, or they're just not a tech person. So any thing is holding them up, any one of many things. Either it's the website, it's not knowing their niche, it's not knowing what to sell, not having confidence in selling anything. So first of all, I want to just debunk a couple myths that I think are in the online space. For one, this might come by a surprise to many of you, but I do not think that you need one niche, one very, very specific niche right when you start out. So I've talked about this before, but if this is new information to you, if you are just starting out and this whole niche thing is overwhelming you, because it overwhelmed me for a long time before I finally was just like, you know what, I don't have to do what everybody else says. Cast a wide net, take on different kinds of clients, find out, who you really speak to, who you attract, and who you like to work with. One of the main reasons I think we start a business is to do things we love. So cast a wide net, narrow that niche down. And then another tip that I have is think about who is just like you. So if you're a mom, can you relate to moms? If you work a corporate job, can you relate to other people that work corporate jobs? I, for one, find it odd when men are marketing to premenopause or menopausal women. I don't know. I don't know how or why a man would understand that. I'm not even going through menopause yet, and I don't understand it. So, find a niche that you feel like you really are comfortable with, and it speaks to your heart and your values and who you are. And don't just niche down and put yourself in a box because you have to. Don't just say I serve women 20 to 30 years old because you think you have to put a number on it, because you don't. Now, as you start to grow and as you start to niche down, you might have specific products or programs or services for specific niches, but I don't think that you have to put yourself in a box right away. So please don't let that hold you up. Okay, so I'm going to give you a framework of how to get your online business going. Honestly, this can be done. It can be done in a matter of days if you have the time to do it. If you're like me, who sees multiple clients throughout the day, have 2 small children at home, get tired by 9 o'clock at night, then, maybe it'll take you a little bit longer. All of us are different. But this framework really can save you tons of time, tons of stress, tons of overwhelm, and just give you permission to just make a decision and go. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to start with is you're going to think about your client and their pain point. It is actually more important for you to focus on the pain point than the client. So if you spend hours coming up with this ideal client, but you have no idea what they're struggling with, it's pointless. So think about something that somebody is struggling with enough that they would pay for help. So what is something that somebody wants to pay for help for? Obviously, losing weight. That's an obvious one, right? So you're thinking about your client and your pain point. Now, it's important to have an idea of who your client is, because if we are talking to moms that want to lose weight, then it is really unrealistic to think that they're going to get to the gym 5 days a week. So we're going to talk to them as that fits their life. We're going to say that we are going to teach them strategies to work out efficiently. We're going to teach them strategies to cook healthy foods that is quick and easy. Maybe it's cost effective because their family's on a budget, whatever. So you are talking to your person in that sense and hitting on those pain points. The second thing, no matter what your business is the next thing that you need to start doing right now, even if you have no idea what you want to sell, you don't have any of the technology figured out, is you need to start building know, like, and trust. You need to start putting content out there, putting consistent content out there. And that's you showing up on video, you just kind of reinforcing who you are, what you do, why you do it. And the best way to do this, the easiest way to do it is a Facebook page. You want to have a Facebook business page. Our business pages don't get as much interaction, but people go there to see what we're all about. And then the second thing you could do is you could start a group, or you could just share things kind of here and there on your Facebook page and your Instagram account. I don't recommend bombarding your Facebook page with business stuff. People log onto Facebook to see what their friends and family are doing, not to get bombarded with ads. Or business type stuff. They're going to see that now and then, but they're going to stop tuning into your page if that's all, or your personal page, if that's all you ever post is business stuff. So try to keep it a little bit separate, but you can do an overlap sometimes. Okay, so you're thinking about your client, you're thinking about their problem, you're starting to talk to them, you're starting to build know, like, and trust. And then the next thing that you're going to do is I want you to think about if you want to have a website. So you have a couple options here. So if you are just starting out and the whole idea of a website overwhelms you, do not let that hold you up for months. So you can have, and I'm going to show you this framework, it's all going to be kind of mapped out for you, but you can have a website or you can not have a website, and you can simply just put things on Facebook. You can send people to a Google form to sign up for whether it's a free offer you want to give or your program, have them sign up on a Google form. You can send them a PayPal invoice to pay, and you can just send them emails from your personal email account. Boom, done. I've actually done that before when I didn't have the time or really wanted to spend a lot of money creating something, but I had people asking me for something. So that's just a quick way. You could literally do that today. The next thing, if you want to be a little bit more professional, and I will say, I don't think this first way is sustainable. I don't recommend you stick with it long term, but if you want to get something out there sooner than later, then do it. The second way is to buy a domain name. So let's say it was sarahsawesomefitnessbusiness.com. You buy a domain name, and then you link that domain name to your MemberVault account. If you don't know what MemberVault is, I will tell you briefly what it is, but please go check it out. It's membervault.co. It is a platform where you can sell products from. It's really user-friendly. So yes, it might take you a little bit of time to figure out, watch a couple videos, click around, but it is so user-friendly. I don't think that we can say that us being not a tech person can hold us up anymore, because these platforms are making things so user-friendly. So I challenge you to just not say that anymore. So I'm giving you, I've done the research, I've looked into it, I'm giving you the most user-friendly, cost-efficient ways for you to get your business started. So MemberVault will allow you to sell products, programs, services, membership sites, whatever. It allows you to sell things, and it allows you to offer free things. Now you get to use MemberVault in all of its capabilities for free for your first 50 users. So if you are just starting out, only send people there to buy stuff. If you upgrade and you pay for a plan later and you have unlimited users or whatever, you can also use MemberVault to collect email addresses. But to start, I say just use it until you get to those first 50 paying clients. And then once you have 50 paying clients, you can afford to start paying for the usage, or you'll always have usage to all the features, but start paying to have more people going through your programs. So the second option is you buy a domain name for like $12 a year, and you link it to your MemberVault account. And then in MemberVault is where you will sell things. The third option, and this is when you have the time, and this is the ideal situation, but building a website took me so long, and it still is a bit of a headache for me, is to build a website. I recommend WordPress.org. There's a lot of customization you can do. A website is where you can have a blog, you can have an about page, you have testimonials. So it's definitely something I do recommend working towards, but it can really hold you up. So, and once again, on your website, I still would recommend you sending people to MemberVault to buy from you. That takes out the whole, what kind, am I going to do WooCommerce, WP Easy Cart, what's another one? Samcart. So in order to avoid the whole hassle of figuring that out, just literally on your website, let's say you're selling a 90-day program, you can have that 90-day program link over to MemberVault, where there will be maybe a video, a little bit more information, and the buy now button. So I am recommending MemberVault to collect your payments and to deliver your programs. All right, so once you figure out if you want to have a website, if you want to just buy a domain name and link it to MemberVault, which honestly for $12 a year is super cost effective, or actually build your own website, then the next thing that you want to do is get a free offer out there if you don't already. So when you have a free offer, you have to have an email provider. So I am going to recommend 3 email providers to you. The top choice that I recommend is ConvertKit. That is what I use. There's customization, there's tagging, there's automated things. There's just so much you can do with it, and so much you can learn about your clients. You can segment people so that some people that don't want to hear about something don't get bombarded by emails about things they don't want to hear about. I love ConvertKit. I recommend it. But if you are just starting out, you probably don't need it. ConvertKit does offer a free trial, but then it is a monthly subscription. I went quite a few years of my business without upgrading to ConvertKit. So what I do recommend if you're looking for a free option is, let me just say this though, if you already have a business and you're looking to systemize and streamline, then don't waste time with the free email systems, because you're just going to have to upgrade later. But if you are starting from ground zero and you don't have a lot of money to throw into your business right now, you can start with a free option. So if you have a domain name, so if you have a website, or you are going to do the option of buying the domain name and then linking it to MemberVault, you can use MailerLite. MailerLite requires you to have a domain name and an email address linked to the domain name, which is super easy to do in Google or in G Suite. And I can show you how to do that, or you honestly could just Google it. So inside of my course, my mini course about everything you need to know about starting an online business, I do kind of walk you through that a little bit more. But it's really not hard. But if you need help, let me know. So if you are going to use MailerLite, you do need that domain name and an email address. MailerLite is an amazing option. It allows you to have different free opt-ins. It allows you to send, if you're doing a challenge, you can send the emails on certain dates. I really do enjoy MailerLite. If you do not have a domain name and you don't have a website, you don't have an email address linked to a website, then MailChimp is a better option. MailChimp is very limited. You can only really have one free opt-in and one audience. So an audience would be if you have a free opt-in and people opt in, that is your audience. But then if you go to try to send emails, if you try to send automated emails for either another free opt-in or for a program, you're not going to be able to do that through MailChimp. So MailChimp is a great starting point, but you will eventually have to either upgrade or you will be doing a lot of manual labor. So there you have it. That's kind of the framework and the different options and routes that you can take. I'm giving you through my hours and hours and years of research. These are the best, most cost-efficient, time-efficient ways that you can get your business going sooner than later. And honestly, if you follow the framework and follow the steps, this can all be done in less than 30 days.